Hi Aquarius, welcome to your December 2018 general reading. I'm Princess India, if we have not met. But just a few announcements. Let's see, it's a whole list of stuff. There's a discount code beneath this video on to get a discount for a personal reading with me this month, because it is our birthday month this month, meaning the channel, will be a year old. So there's a little gift for that going on. And I gotta answer you guys because I got, y'all did y'all research and stuff. My subbies, y'all went to town finding out something for me to do this giveaway. So I thank you guys for that. So the details on that are going to be coming up probably in the love readings, because I'm doing those immediately after these. And what else is there? The Amazon store is below. Merch is below. All the stuff, it's in the description box. I don't even know why I say this stuff here. But anywho, for your overall general reading, I'm going to start. 3 cards fell out for you guys from my surrender deck because it being December. Looking at things that we want to embrace or things that we want to release going into 2019. So this gives an overall tone for you guys reading, and then we're going to jump in and look at what you guys will be dealing with in the month of December. So anywho, on to the cards. First card that we have is, okay, read that backwards. Surrender to the beauty of the natural world. Take a relaxing break and spend time in nature. Replenish yourself by feeling the beauty and ecstasy there. I always say nature is an amazing place to chill, just because you can get a PhD in life, literally from watching trees and animals and things of the sort. A really good little short story to read that describes this is Judgment of the Birds by Lauren Isley. Really, really great read. It shows you how you can learn from plants and animals and things of the sort. Next, we have Surrender to Prayer. Give yourself over completely to prayer. When you pray from your heart, you will be heard throughout the universe, and answers and support will arrive. Next, we have Surrender Your Ego. Why do they have a muscular dude? Well, I guess because they're supposed to be... Ew, is that a gold chain? Anyway, cultivate gratitude, be of service to others, and come from your heart. A big ego can work against you, especially if you're walking around with no shirt and a gold chain. But humility will further your goals. So, honestly, guys, the overall tone I get from that is surrender to simplicity. You know what I mean? Going back to basics, in a sense. You know what I mean? Because I get the sense of almost like a cycle ending in you guys' life where there was a lot of need for striving and aggression and conqueror kind of energy and things of the sort. So a very yang energy, masculine energy is real heavy. So if you think emperor energy almost, I wouldn't even say emperor energy, because the emperor, he's a figure. But I'm thinking more, it's more action oriented. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, I guess I'm thinking of a bazillion different Greek gods and stuff. It's very God of War type energy. You know what I'm saying? So I feel that's how you guys have kind of had to be fighting, striving, aggression, domination type of deal. And I feel you guys are transitioning over into a very yin, divine feminine type of energy, goddess energy and whatnot, which is a more receptive, reflective, passive kind of energy. So I feel this to me is kind of speaking to your physical man as well as your spiritual man, in the sense that nature is that side that attunes to the physical man, right? And it's symbolic for the inner man world, And then with your prayer, it's you're connecting with the spiritual realm. So this to me is kind of symbolic of tools that are going to help you guys kind of transition into this cycle, if that makes sense. So it's like, I feel like the time for fighting to achieve is over, as you guys close out 2018. So Spirit, can I please get clear and direct guidance for my Aquarius peoples? Anything that they need to know, anything that will be of utmost importance to them. And why did I want to say the month of July? Does the month of July have any significance to you guys? That legit was about to come out of my mouth. My brain was trying to please me just now. It was like, July. And I'm like, it's not. Maybe that has some relevance to you. In the month of December, anything that... I'm so sorry. I've been talking all day. I just got back from my office. Ugh, yes, I am drinking the devil's juice. Anywho, clear and direct guidance for my Aquarius. Anything they need to know that's of most important, Spirit, that will assist them in the month of December. Anything that they're grappling with presently, anything that's causing them confusion or conflict, I ask that the answers to said conflict be revealed in this reading. And then I'm able to offer them clarity and insight. I thank you in advance, Spirit. Because I know you're good for it. Dag nabbit, son of a gun. I need to drink some tea instead of drinking a Coke. Central Energy Challenge. What's behind you? What's before you? What's above you? And what is below you? So, Central Energy. Ha! Speaking of the Emperor. So funny. And that's challenged by the world. Well, that pretty much sums up what I just said. So you guys were in this place. So it's like, because if you see just look at the scene in this card. Like, this is how you guys have been. But, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's like, I just feel like whatever you guys have been doing this entire year, it's been needed for, like, it was very necessary for you guys to attune to this energy. Because I feel almost like, it's a lot of striving going on. Like, almost for some of you, like, it's purchasing a home or moving up in your career, starting businesses, what have you. It's like, the energy I get is just, like, very, like, almost like Wall Street stockbroker, you know what I'm saying? On your phone with your briefcase and you're just, you know? And that, of course, is taxing within itself because it's almost as if most of this year you guys finding yourselves where even when you're resting, you're not resting, if that makes sense. So it's like, you know, falling asleep thinking about 1,000 things that you have to do and also waking up thinking about the 1,000 things that you have to do. You know what I mean? But it's like now the challenge is going to be shifting out of this energy, right? With the World card because, okay. So seeing the World card, it lets me know that this is like, it's a major ending in a cycle and a unification at the same time. So it's almost like, not necessarily fully negating this energy that you've mastered, right? So if you, yeah. Not negating this energy that you've mastered, but integrating it. You know what I mean? But knowing that it's like the work has been done. This cycle has ended. You don't have to fight so hard anymore. So it's more or less now being in a, more of a calm, serene, receptive energy because everything that you guys are going into this month and going into 2019, it's all going to be given to you because it's due to you because of the due to you. It's due. Wait, is that what I was trying to say? Due to you? Yeah. It is due to you because you've done the work in order to acquire it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you guys have done all of the work necessary to receive all of the things that are coming into your life, like gifts, blessings, whatever, promotions or clothes on your house, what have you. All of these things that are coming into your life, you've worked very hard for. So this is almost like the universe's way of tipping its proverbial hat and saying, like, you can relax now. So now I feel like it's time to kind of self-nurture, to go kind of easy on yourself, and now being able to relax knowing that, you know, the work is finished, so to speak. Now, what's behind you is the Magician, rightfully so, because, who did I say this about? I said this about Taurus and somebody else. Like how they've been going like ape with things. You know what I'm saying? It's almost as if for you guys, you made a decision at the beginning of the year. You know what I'm saying? To create the life that you want, right? And you guys went completely fearlessly in the direction of that. But again, like I said, now I just really feel like this is a signal of saying like, okay, you're good, right? Because I mean, look at this. This is where you were, and this is where you are. The challenge is seeing that, you know, this isn't necessary anymore because it's done. It's a done deal. So you guys like literally spent 2018 traveling through the major arcana in this piece. Now, what's below you? Man, dog. Let me tell you something, Aquarius. So far, I think Gemini's reading was like on fleek, okay? But y'all's reading is killing the game right now in the fact that this is your 4th major arcana, okay? If another one does not pop up in this reading, this already to me speaks volumes in the fact of what each of these cards are symbolic of, right? It's having all of the power and all of the tools to cultivate the life that you want. You going after it fearlessly with the Emperor energy, right? This is, I think, you finally accepting this, because this is in your below energy. So this is like you coming to terms with the fact, like, yo, I really did this. Like, things are moving along. Like, I did this, right? And it's all culminating here. You know what I'm saying? So with these being 4 major arcanas, and 4 being like a foundational number, right? This is so much saying that you guys have literally completed. Like, it's like with the Magician, it's like beginning with a cornerstone. And it's like you guys spending this year more or less building the foundation upon which you're going to continue to build the rest of your life. So this is like beyond dope. Let's see what's in your above energy. The Queen of Pentacles. Very interesting. Now, this is a couple of things. For those of you who, okay. For those of you who are solely fixated on work, right? I think there's the possibility, like, because I'm hearing this a couple of different ways. For those of you who have come into the realization that you've done the work and now you're kind of sitting back like, okay, this is the end of this cycle and you're kind of settling into that, I feel like now, since you're not so, like, you know, because I feel like you guys had like tunnel vision. So now since that very fiery, heated, action-oriented energy, since it's starting to settle down and it's becoming a little bit more, you know, calmer and things of the sort, I feel like it's giving you guys some time to think about things other than whatever it is you've been putting all of your energy towards, right? For some of you, specifically my Aquarius males, it may be a particular earth sign female, and that's either Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus, that may be kind of catching your eye right now. Someone you find yourself thinking about. But it's someone from your past, right? Because I think maybe, I feel it almost as if like, because it's not someone like an ex. It's not an ex. It's like it's somebody, how am I seeing this? It's like someone you know in passing. So it's like, it's someone from your past, but it's not someone you've ever dated before. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's someone that is either like, you know, a friend of a friend or somebody that worked in your building. somebody you work with on a project, someone you went to school with or something of the sort. And it's like passing keeps coming to me. So it's like, you may have thought, because it's like, whoever it is I'm reading for, whatever Aquarius it is I'm reading for, like, I feel like this isn't even like a new thing for you. Like, I feel like you've always been a person who's been very goal-oriented. And this may be like a reprieve from this action-oriented energy for a long time. I mean, it may not be this long, but like somebody who graduated from high school, right? And like went to college, got their master's, worked at a company, worked up the company, started their own company, mastered that, started consulting, and now it's like, I'm going to take a breath, you know? Since like I'm 30 and I've accomplished all of these things type of deal, right? But I feel like with this person, you knew them in passing, but there was like an attraction or a draw to them. And it was like, you know, she's cute, you know, or, you know, he's cute, you know, whatever. But not really giving it much more thought than that, because it's like your focus was whatever it is you guys have been working on. And I feel like now, since you guys are having this little step back, it's almost as if now you're kind of thinking back to that person, like, I wonder what they're doing now. You know what I mean? You might even go as far as to look them up on Facebook, you know? And kind of looking at them and being like, because I feel like with them, it's a very similar energy to you. It's almost as if since the last time you spoke to them, it's like they've been focused on building like a little baby empire too, you know, or getting their degrees or whatever, you know? So you look at this person and you see almost like a reflection of yourself. Like you see like a likeness. And I don't really know... I don't really think it's going any farther than that. I mean, not saying in totality, but I mean, at this present moment, I feel like this person is kind of like, you know, at the top of mind right now. But the thing I would say about that is since this cycle is changing in your life and you kind of have things under control, now wouldn't be a bad time to date. You know what I'm saying? Like, hit them up, shoot them a message or something. I don't know. Don't listen to me. I'm really horrible at, like, telling people that I like them, so I am like the worst person for you to ask, you know? Be like, so, you like coffee? Me too. Yeah, see you later. I'm horrible. Anyway, so yeah, so that's the thing. I feel like you're kind of thinking, but if you needed a little nudge, I would say that's my little nudge. Because I feel like you guys have mastered enough to where now it's kind of time to, you know, maybe think about something else. And then for others of you that aren't really interested in anyone romantically, it's more or less like self-care that I see for you guys. It may be starting to see how you've neglected maybe your health or just your personal care regimen. You know what I'm saying? And now since you guys are like, okay, it's time to chill, I feel like you guys are going to be focusing more on like taking care of yourself in, you know, physical, spiritual way, what have you, right? Now going forward, we have the 9 of Wands. Let's not make it to the 10. Because here's the deal. Now, and this is where it comes for those of you who probably are not thinking this, but you should. Like, you know how I said the whole thing about thinking like, oh, I've been working so hard, let me take care of myself. I think with this 9 of Wands here, this is what you guys need to be thinking. Because I feel like, you know how I said, like, with you resting, but you're not really resting? I feel like you guys have been going so ham that it's almost to the point where it really could be wearing down your body or has worn down your body to the sense where, like, okay, thank you, Spirit. How I just heard this is something in the sense of, for my people, where this is like a self-care thing, this is something that's been a fleeting thought. Like, it's maybe something for 2 seconds. Ow. Sorry. Just stuck myself in the nose. Lord. Am I bleeding? Okay, no. But anyway, so kind of like how I said with the person, like if that was a person, how it was like a fleeting thought. Like it's like, oh, they're interesting. And then on to something else. It's that same kind of energy that I'm sensing for, the same kind of energy that I'm sensing for this thought of self-care. It's like it was a fleeting thought, like something that just kind of came in and went out, like, I really should start eating better. I really should go get that checkup. But it was kind of in and out. And the thing that Spirit's telling me is once you guys start to slow down, it's like this 9 of Wands is like kind of seeing the toll this has taken, right? So it's kind of one of those things where when you have an adrenaline rush and you're like in fight or flight mode, right? And you end up like, what is it? Is it when, I think it's like the story that I heard. It's like a mom, like her mom, it was a mom, and I think her baby got ran over by like a car, and the mom like suddenly got superhuman strength and was able to like lift up the car, right? So it's kind of like that, like when you have that adrenaline rush, or like or what was it, Ronald Reagan, when Ronald Reagan got shot, right? He didn't even know that he was shot until like they were several blocks away, because that adrenaline rush like kind of suppresses pain that we feel, so that, you know, you can run for your life, right? So that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting with you guys. It's almost like if something was wrong, like if it's like a problem in your back, or like, you know, anything. It could be anything body-wise. But I feel like whatever ailment it is, you guys didn't really notice because you were working so hard, right? Because you guys were like working so hard, but it's like now, since everything's starting to like kind of slow down, you know what I mean? It's like now you're starting to see little things like a consistent back pain, a consistent neck pain, a consistent shoulder pain that you really weren't noticing before because you were so go, right? So I feel like with my Aquarius people, whatever that may be, you know what I mean? If it's anything health-wise that you guys sense, or even if it's to the point where like it's like, you know, insomnia or something, like you find yourself having trouble falling asleep or staying asleep, or, you know, anything of the sort, or even panic attacks, you know, any ailment that you're having, whether, you know, it's physical or, you know, it's and I don't want to say mental because I'm not saying you have a mental illness, but I'm just saying, like, you know, something dealing with your psyche, you know, depression, anxiety, what have you. I feel like once things start to slow down, whatever ailments you guys have are going to manifest and are going to be pretty, you know, clear or evident, or a sign or symptom of them will be clear or evident. And I think it's imperative that you guys go take care of that. You know what I mean? Because I feel like, you know, and even if it's just something as simple as like spiritual, well, as if spiritual is simple, but whatever the case may be, I just feel like whatever, was ailing you guys, this go mentality is kind of, shadowed over it. And that issue is going to be kind of rising up. But so it doesn't become something more serious than it needs to be, I would suggest for you guys to, you know, go get whatever that is checked out, right? Because y'all been through some stuff. I mean, in a good way, you know? But anywho, first card that we have is Groose. Express yourself through rhythm and movement by drumming and dancing. That's a good little activity to pick up. See, now that's something that I think is really good for those of you who may be kind of stuck in the Empress. Need to get in the Empress energy. Those of you who are stuck in the Emperor energy and you're feeling too like structured and rigid and you find it difficult to kind of get into that flowy kind of thing. Something like a salsa class, a dance class, an African dance class. I wouldn't necessarily say ballet because it's very structured. even like a free movement kind of thing. I think that would be good for you energetically, in the sense that I find that, you know, movement and dance and just the vibration of sound has a way of just kind of breaking energetic barriers. You know what I mean? So African dance is super good for that. Next, we have chimpanzee. Use both your intuition and, it's underlined, so I'm not being facetious, your intellect to solve the problem or get answers to your question. Absolutely. So that's what I was talking about with how I said how you have like the yang energy or the divine masculine energy, and not negating that, but integrating it with the divine feminine energy. That's exactly what that is. It's like taking your, being able to balance out your spiritual or intuitive knowingness with the procedural execution of the intellect, right? So that's like the marriage of divine masculine, divine feminine, you know, emperor, empress, all that good stuff, right? So it's more or less about you guys with the world integrating to come to a place of balance, right? But most importantly is needing, like the next step for you guys is to make sure you take care of your human, you know, the little vehicle that we live in. Emu. I want a pet emu. I was thinking, what would be a good name for an emu? I would like have people come to my house. It's like, hey, have you seen my emu? Anyway, this is a good time to go on a new adventure. Yeah, man. Vacation would be nice. A vacation would be nice. That's the first thing that I hear with that. A nice little vacation. If you can't go on a vacation, I say your little nature walk. You know, something simple. I just feel like you guys kind of need to change it up, because this energy has created kind of like this little framework you guys are living in, and I really feel like it's time to kind of knock down barriers. And then we have panda. 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 Create a sacred space for yourself in your home and or workplace. Yeah, that's gangster. Y'all got some good cards. Yeah, so maybe you need to have like a little altar, your little magi altar. Or maybe like a, what do they call that? It's a movie. A war room. You know what I'm saying? Like a little meditative room. So like a room in your house. I mean, it could even be in your closet, quite honestly. You know? It's where I have mine. It's like, a place where you can go and just kind of shut out the world and just sit in silence and be with yourself, be with spirit. You know what I mean? Clear your energy and things of the sort, you know? So all of these cards that are coming up for you, Aquarius, are all very suggestive of mediums through which one cares for themselves. So you guys are really going into this restoration cycle in a sense. It's, you know, this healing space now, because you guys have been in this masculine energy for quite some time, and now it's time to nurture the self. You know what I'm saying? But that has been your December 2018 general reading, Aquarius. Keep an eye out, because you guys love readings are coming up next. So I will see you sooner than later. I love your freaking face. Deuces.